hope you're doing well. Can you believe we are on our first monthly favourites of 2022? How is the first month of 2022 almost gone in like the matter of a few days? It is scary. S to the C to the A-R-Y. Scary how quick time flies. But my lovelies, this is going to be a continuing tradition on the channel where we sit down and go over everything that I've been loving for the month of 2022, which currently, the month of 2022, that didn't make sense, did it, Shannonlee? The month of January for 2022, my lovelies. So as you know, we are barefaced, comfies on, and we're just going to sit and have a chit chat. I have got my good old trusty notepad, and I don't think there's much more to say than let's get in with it, eh? Right, what do we start with? I'll tell you what we'll start with. TV. And there is something that I've been watching that I don't think I've done a category before on the little monthly favourites, and that is BBC iPlayer. Now, I'm paying for a TV licence, so I might as well use it, and I unfortunately was in isolation earlier this month, so I binged every single episode of Michael McIntyre's The Wheel. Oh my god, I love Michael McIntyre, I love quiz shows, I love like the random celebrities you get on there. It was a really good, like, you could have it on in the background, or you could have it when you're watching dinner. And when you're on your own for 7 days in isolation, you just want as many people as you can to talk to, really. And because there was a lot of people on there, I didn't feel like I was in isolation alone, you know. So yes, I would highly recommend that. It is on, I think, is it Saturdays on BBC One? But I've only ever seen it a handful of times. But I thought, you know what, got nothing better to do, and I just sat there and sat through 2 seasons worth. All gone, and I think I've done it in like 2 or 3 days. There's quite a lot of episodes. I think there's like 15 or 16 per season, but yeah, definitely. If you like a good game show, you like a good laugh, I would definitely recommend that. And as I say, if you're paying a TV licence and you don't watch BBC Player or anything like that, find something, because now I was like, I begrudge paying that TV licence, so I tell you what, I might as well make most of it. So, BBC iPlayer, that's the first for a monthly favourites. I don't think I've ever binged anything on BBC iPlayer. Disney, there isn't anything Disney this month, I'm afraid, my lovelies. Why? Why, Shannonlee, is there no Disney? Even though I was in isolation, I actually didn't have time. I have, however, had a look through there and added some bits to my watch list. Want to start my Ugly Betty soon, don't I? I also saw they had all the Simpsons and Family Guy, and I was just like, oh, reminiscent of my childhood. So I might have them as just like background little bits and bobs. But yeah, the one, the only, the creme de la creme that we go through every single month is Netflix. Thank you, Mr. Glade or Airwick, whichever one you are. Still don't know all these years later. Now Netflix, oh my god, I binge Netflix to high heavens and above. Not so many series. I had a few series, but more films. I didn't want to start a series in lockdown in case I didn't like it. And you're probably thinking, Shannonlee, why? I'm one of these people, if I start a series, even if I don't like it, I have to watch it. And I think the one that really tipped me was Prison Break, because I think personally that could have ended at like season 3, but there was 5. And I couldn't stop watching it. And when I watch a series, I don't watch any like movies, anything like that. It's literally series 24/7. So it's kind of put me off a little bit. But I did manage to watch a few that came out towards the end of 2021 and early releases in January 2022. Right, the first one, the one that I was so excited for, that came out on New Year's Eve, Cobra Kai. Woohoo! You are probably thinking, Shannonlee, get a grip, girl. But oh my god, I loved Cobra Kai, and I don't want to give anything away, there's gonna be another season. I was so excited. I literally did not move from my bed for about 5 or 6 hours. Absolutely loved it. Cobra Kai takes me back to my karate days, and I've heard very mixed opinions on Cobra Kai. At work, they think it's silly, it's terrible acting. I don't care if it's a bit cheesy. I'm purely watching it to relive my childhood, like to see how they were to how they are now. Obviously, everyone grows up, and you think, oh, where has all them years gone? But yeah, I absolutely loved it. Let me know down below if you've watched it. And another one that came out, The Witcher. Now, took a little bit of getting into this season, I'm not going to lie, but persevere with it. If you have started it and you think, nah, just please persevere with it and you will get into it, because it's like the second half, it really cranks up a notch, and that is where you need to be. I don't know if there's going to be another season. I'm really not too sure. It gives you something at the end for a possible prequel or sequel. I don't quite know which one. So that's going to be interesting if it does come to light. And I'm not going to lie, there was a series that me and Brandon were only halfway through it because we've kind of dropped off, but I am determined to still watch it. With or without him, if he doesn't want to watch it, I shall watch it on my own. But Titans. Now, again, the first season, oh my god, amazing. This new season, we are episode 7, I think. I think we've got like 4 or 5 left. It all seems to have happened in the first 2 episodes, and then now it's just kind of like, what can we do to fill up a series, you know? I really hope it does pick back up, because as I say, I don't like stopping a series when I'm in it, and Brandon's kind of just dropped off of it. So I think it might be one that I end up finishing on my own. But yeah, I had such high hopes. I've got a lot of high hopes for some series coming out this year. Hopefully Stranger Things, Peaky Blinders, Umbrella Academy. I think, oh my god, the Umbrella Academy, that is just gonna... amazing, I think. And obviously Cobra Kai, The Crown. I'm really hoping The Crown's going to come out this year. So there's going to be a lot of series throughout the year. But as of now, The Witcher took a bit of getting into. The Titans, I'm halfway through and I'm still not into it. Cobra Kai, however, saved the day, and I absolutely loved Cobra Kai. There was a series that I watched in lockdown. It was only 8 episodes and it's called Stay Close, which is basically, how can I describe it? A woman's past life comes back to haunt her in a way. It has the lady who used to play Tanya Branning from EastEnders and James Nesbitt, I think that's his name. He's like one of the main actor men in there. But oh, I really enjoyed that. Not gonna lie though, the amount of twists and turns in it, I was getting whiplash from watching it. There was so much involvement where you thought, they're just a normal person. No, everyone had something, and the ending... I think there's personally going to be another one. Oh my god, and just remembered Squid Games. Apparently there's going to be another 2 seasons of Squid Games. Absolutely love that as well. But yeah, with Stay Close, there was so much going on. If you've seen it, let me know down below what you thought. But I thought I got the gist of one part. Then something else happened. Then something else happened. And then someone else come back. And then you learn that. And I was like, whoa. Like, I'm getting whiplash. We're doing a 360 here. But it was a good little series. And I hope they do a season 2. Hopefully they do. That, however, is all of the seasons. And then let's get into films. Now, I know we're not in October, but I've really been watching some horrors lately. I don't know why. I find it quite soothing to go to bed after watching a horror. People are probably watching this thinking you absolute weirdo, but I really do. And Mama G, she said, one moment in isolation, I just heard you laughing. Then I heard you like, ooh, and then I'd hear you laughing again. And she said, I just think like, what are you doing? I have watched another series that's just come to mind, but I'm going to finish on that because that had a special place. So the horrors that I've watched was Insidious 3, Annabelle Comes Home, and Woman in Black 2, The Angel of Death. I didn't think I'd seen that. And when I started getting into it, you know when you think like, oh, maybe I have. But regardless, still absolutely loved it. A comedy that so many people told me to watch, and then I saw it come out on Netflix and I was like, right, that's like my calling now. I need to watch it, because I was trying to find it on Prime, trying to find it on Disney, trying to find DVD. Didn't want to pay for a DVD in case I didn't like it, and it eventually come on Netflix, and that was Drop Dead Fred. Now people are probably sitting there screaming at the screen with me now. I've never seen Drop Dead Fred until last week, and oh my god, I loved it. That is going to probably be like one of my next go-to comfort films in a way. So obviously I watched it when I was in isolation, so Mama G has actually never seen it either, so I think we might have like a little movie night and watch that. And I think that possibly could be up there with like Stop or My Mum Will Shoot, like along those vibes. That could be like another little horror. Definitely not a horror, she don't do horror. A nice little comedy that we can watch together. But yeah, absolutely loved it. And then the one that just came to mind for a series that I watched, I watched the first season when it first came out. Second season has been out for a while, and then the third season's just been released. But when they're short seasons, I don't like to like stop and start. So I watched the first one, I didn't watch the second, but then the third one's come out. So I thought, you know what, I'll watch them all together. Again, only about 6 to 8 episodes a season and about 20 to 30 minutes an episode. And that is Afterlife. Now, if you've seen it, I'm sure you will agree with me. That is one emotional roller coaster of a series, all right? 1 minute you're so happy for him, next minute you're crying, then you're happy, then you're hysterical, and it is a mixture of emotions, let me just tell you. The comedy in it is fabulous. I'm not really personally a fan of Ricky Gervais, but I did really like him in this series. Love the dog, love the doggy, but it was one of those series that, yeah, you had your laughs and your one-liners and that, but the actual crux of it is how to deal with grief and like how you do carry on after someone. And oh my god, towards the end of the season 3, I think it was like the second from last episode, there was a scene with a little child and he just said one line and I was like, I was sobbing into my roast beef, like sobbing. And then in the next like little section, I was laughing my head off. It is really one of them where you have highs and lows and you just think, oh my god, this is such a roller coaster, what am I going to do? But I would highly, highly recommend it. It definitely does put life in perspective and it does hit home a lot and it does make you think and wonder, but it's done in such a good way. Like, you can have the good with the bad, and it's literally just a man's story of dealing with grief. But as I say, I highly, highly recommend that. Absolutely loved it. It did have me sobbing into my roast beef, but I'll take that, and it will be something that I think I would go back to watch because they're only short episodes, you know. So yes, I thought I would finish on that one because that I absolutely loved. And then it comes to YouTube. YouTube. I've kind of been binging quite a lot. I've been trying to go through my watch list. So when I was in isolation, I went through my watch list, which people are probably thinking is such a boring task. Hi, I have OCD, like I'm very meticulous. I went through all the videos that didn't interest me anymore and found a few new people, and I've been watching some new food ones, and one of my lovelies who is a regular shout out on my comments box, bless him, and we chat over Instagram, I speak with his partner and everything like that, is Mr. Wraith Childs. Oh my god, if you have not seen him, go check out my Instagram or just check him in my comments because he's always there, bless him. Absolutely love it. He has this little finger with like a microphone which just, oh, blows my mind, has me in hysterics, and he's just so down to earth. And I say, we have a DM on Instagram. Do not think, my lovelies, if you see me and you think, oh, I want to speak to her, just message me on Instagram. My 2 accounts, my food and lifestyle, are always down in the descriptions box. Go and drop me a message. I will never ignore you. It might take me a week to reply. I'm not going to lie. I am a little bit late on the replies at the moment just because I am trying to get back into the full swing of work, and there's plenty of overtime I'm having to do to catch up for when I was in isolation and trying to up my content for February. So it does take me a while sometimes, but please do not think that I will ignore you. I will always respond to you. If you are a regular watching this and we chat over on Instagram, please let me know down below. And as I say, people, if you don't, you will see that I don't ignore you. I literally send essays to people and we have full-blown conversations. And I wouldn't have it any other way, all right? So I think that sums up all of the YouTube, because you know what I'm going to say with YouTube. Bailey Sarian and Eleanor Neal, they're like my horror, murder, mystery go-to girls. And then Netflix and BBC iPlayer. Now, music has kind of had a little bit of a switch up, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna show you something because this is entwined with music, you know. My headphones that was a Christmas present from me to me, because you know we've got to reward ourselves. Like, we've had a few tough years, we need to reward ourselves. I really wanted a nice pair of wireless headphones. I didn't want to go for the standard AirPods because I don't know about you, but I get very worried that if you have things and people spot them, I don't want to be a target, and they're not cheap AirPods, so people might see them and just think, oh, I'll take that. No, thank you. So I got a little pair of Marshall headphones, and oh, I absolutely love them. And as I say, it's probably going to end up randomly connecting to something in a minute, but they're just black with the M on, and then they've got a little gold button at the bottom, and I absolutely love these. These are my saviour at work, let me tell you. There is not hardly a day, and if there is, I'm very annoyed. So I've actually put my old wired headphones in my desk at work, so that if I forget these or like they've got to be charged, I've got an alternative, because my paperwork in the mornings, I need to be zoned out. I cannot be having noise in the background, because I will lose my shizzle and I will lose my mind. So yes, when it comes to music, my headphones have been absolutely amazing. You would also have seen, if you watched my New Year's speed clean video, that I got out the Crosley unit that I actually got for Christmas. It didn't come till quite a bit after because it was delayed, but oh my god. I don't know if you can still get it. If you can, I will leave it down below. As I say, the majority of stuff I will leave linked down below for you if it's still available. But the Crosley unit, let me just spin you so you can see it. You might not be able to get a full... Can you see it there? Oh my god. My thing is just... You see that there with Nanny's cardigan blocking it? That is my Crosley unit. Now, my Crosley unit, I had my eye on Urban Outfitters probably for a year, I'd say. It was very expensive to start with, but I managed to catch it in a sale for almost like a third of the price. It is a Crosley unit. Now, Crosley to me is very retro vintage audio, kind of like Marshall. Before I got my Bose little speaker, you know, my silver one, I wanted a Marshall one, but it was just too big to fit in the gap of my shelf. However, I have said that when I move out, if I do get another like little speaker system, I do want a Marshall one, because I just love the retroness of them. And as I say, with the Crosley unit, it might be a little bit retro, but it does everything you need. So behind me as well, if you can see up there just below my bell picture, I actually have my portable record player. So that's great if, say, like we go to the log cabins and I want to take a few records and that. But with the Crosley unit, there is a record player built in. Alongside that, it has a cassette player, a CD player, a radio, and it also has a Bluetooth function. I haven't yet tuned in the radio, I'm not going to lie, but I have used the Bluetooth function and I absolutely love it. So kind of like in that theme of things, you would have seen when I was in, is it Vlogmas? When I went through all my CDs and put them in the big little box that I keep in the car. I've got another box of CDs from my collection over the years basically, and I've been trying it out. What I have absolutely loved is cassettes. Now you're probably thinking, Shannon Lee, I really want a cassette player on its own. I want the old-fashioned CD player on its own. I just love that whole retro style, and I want a big boombox. You know, the big, you can get it silver or black. You know what you see in, is it Miami? When they're skating and they hold the big boombox. Kind of like in Only Fools and Horses. Is it Denzel? When he has the big boombox? I want one like that. I have seen it in HMV and Urban Outfitters. Quite pricey. Quite pricey. And none of them do Klarna. You're not helping your girl here. If you'd done Klarna, I would have snapped it up by now. But that initial outlay might be something I could reward myself with at the end of the tax year, perhaps. I'm still very toying up what I want to do with anything that I've earned from YouTube. And I want to try and be sensible with it, but still reward myself, you know. So that could possibly go on there. I didn't think of that. I could use that as like a little reminder. Oh, I'm so excited. See, tech gets me excited, especially audio tech, like headphones, stereo systems, speakers, everything like that. I love that because I love music. So cassettes, I've only got 2, but Mum said to me when she said, like, we'll get you that, what do you want with it? And I said I would actually love like some cassettes. I've got enough records, that's not a problem. I've got CDs. So we saw these and I was like, I just need them. So it is the Guardians of Galaxy Volume 1 and 2. And I just love the whole retroness of it. Like, you've got one which is like the handwritten one, and then this is the little style that I remember where it's in there. Oh my god, absolutely love it. And it's also got one of my uncle's favourite songs, Spirit in the Sky, Norman Greenbaum. But he doesn't, it's not the version of my uncle's favourite. My uncle's favourite version was is it Doctor and the Medics? A bit more of like a rocky tone, but this is the one from the film. So when I hear this, when I die and they lay me to rest. I've already sung this for you many a times, and I think I sung it before on a monthly favourite. You know I absolutely love that song because I say it does remind me of my uncle. So, cassettes, all the old retro music, audio, it's all coming back, my lovelies. It is all coming back. Don't knock it, alright? So as I say, music, love that, all of that. However, when I have my little headphones in at work, I don't have Spotify, I have Deezer. Now my Deezer playlist has got quite meh. I don't know if it's the new year, I don't know if it's because I'm trying to de-stress, but then like when I get pent up, I need to chill out. My music taste is very mixed, let's just say. My favourite playlist at the moment, well, I've got three. I've got three, haven't I? When I am Shaniqua mode, like when I feel Shaniqua coming out, Shaniqua is who I become when I start to get a little bit ratty. I've been really enjoying, don't laugh at me, the Shrek playlist. Yes, I sit there and listen to all of the songs from the Shrek movies because Shrek is one of my favourite movies, all four of them. And their songs, it's just a mixture of like, Funky Town, won't you take me to do-do-do, Funky Town. And then you've got, somebody once told me the world was kind of fun. It's got such a good like genre and eras and decades. I absolutely love Shrek. So I have been listening to a Shrek playlist. I've also been listening to a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie playlist. Now, Jean-Claude Van Damme, the muscles from Brussels, I grew up on him. I grew up on Bloodsport, Kickboxer, Double Impact, everything like that is what I grew up on. Alongside Bruce Lee, Sylvester Stallone, Dolph Lundgren, all of that jazz. So I found a playlist on Deezer and it's all of his movies, their soundtracks. So you've got like the classic Kickboxer, you've got Bloodsport on there, No Retreat, No Surrender, Never Surrender, Never Say Die, You've Got the Heart of a Hero, Never Surrender. I love this, alright? And Jean-Claude Van Damme is like when I need to wake myself up, yeah? I walk in the mornings, I've got loads of paperwork sitting on my desk and I think, come on Shan, you've got to crack on. When I walk in the morning and the paperwork gets me to the point where I think, nope, I do not want to be here right now, I have the Rocky Balboa playlist. So we go from like Jean-Claude Van Damme to Sylvester Stallone. That is very punchy. Every single song from the Rockies. We're talking Rocky 1. Then we've got Eye of the Tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Then we've got There's No Easy Way Out, There's No Shortcut Home. And then there's I Live in America. Oh my god, when I get in, No Easy Way Out is the first song I put on because it starts with the slamming of a door and then you're like, that's it, like I need to get my head down and start working. So yeah, my music has kind of took a bit of a turn. Then I can turn it on to like R&B love ballads, a bit of Ed Sheeran. It is a little bit of everything and anything, my lovelies. But let's get comfy and stop rabbiting about stuff that I can't show ya, and let's get on with the bits that I can show you, eh? Right, what do we start with? What do we start with? Should we start with me book? Because my lovelies, I have finished it. I think this is the first time in a monthly favourites I can actually say I finished the book when I filmed this. So, I'm very, very proud of myself, if I do say so myself. This was one that I got from Christmas. If you saw what I got from Christmas, if it's not down there up above, you know the drill, I'll leave it for you, my lovelies, link down. And I got quite a lot of books. As I say, last year I really did like fall back in love with reading, and it was one of my New Year's resolutions. I wanted to read a book a month. I'd done as best I could. I think my last book took me 2 months to read, and then December I didn't have a chance to read at all because I was just busy filming and editing. So I said this year I want to still stick to it. Hence, I got quite a few books at Christmas. This one was one from Amazon, and it's kind of given me like Hidden Valley Road vibes, which if you remember was one of the very first books that I read, and it's about mental health and disorders and diseases and everything like that. But this one is called Everything is Fine by Vince Granata. Now, I actually had to pick this up on Amazon because we all know Mama G, she's not tech savvy, bless her. I saw this, I read the blurb, and I was just like, I need this for Christmas, please. So she was like, get it. It was a bit pricey, it was £18. But I always find with American books they are. I don't know why. I'll just read you like the little synopsis bit on the back, and it says, I started writing about my brother, about my mother, about my family, because I was exhausted from trying to hide. I had been terrified of my pain, a pain I hid in a silo, a secret I feared might detonate. It was this process, recognising the pieces, struggling to put them in order, that almost destroyed me. It's also what's allowed me to live again. The crux of it is the man, Vince, who's wrote this, his brother murdered their mother. He did have various mental health disorders, and he was one of triplets. And it's really good how he's done it, at how it's seen from different angles. So from the other two triplets' views, from his view, from his dad's view, from the forensics review, from his view, like his brother's view, because his brother couldn't really remember much. And then it's all about him becoming like competent again and his story, and it's a really, really good read. Like, it was one of them that when I started I didn't want to put it down. Like, some days I read like 2 or 3 chapters all in one go. It's a very light read in terms of the chapters that can be maximum 10-12 pages, but they're normally about 6 to 8, which is like a good little starting point if you want to get into it. But yeah, it's a light read but a heavy read, because obviously you have the tragedy of a brother murdering his mum and the family that's left behind and everything like that. But yeah, I really, really did enjoy this. And I say I finished it. I finished it last night, and I've already got my next book at... I'm not going to tell you what it is though. If you've seen my New Year speed clean, you might be able to tell from the order the books were in if you paid attention to the Calyx unit. But yeah, I've got my next book out. I've not yet started it. I don't know whether to give myself like a day's break and then get my head stuck in a new book, or whether I should just start it tonight when I'm reading in the bath. But yeah, Everything is Fine by Vince Granata. I will leave this down below. As I say, I picked mine up off Amazon, but if I can find it anywhere a bit cheaper, I will leave that for you, my lovelies, as I say, because absolutely loved it. Now, should we get in with the food and drink? That's the most important category, isn't it? The food and drink. And we have quite a bit, I'm not going to lie. Very mixture, because I am trying to be on the health kick, she says, but we still got a few little treats in there, okay? So, my first treat, candy floss. We're still going through the Christmas snacks and the Christmas sweets, and this is actually my last tub of candy floss, which makes me very sad. But we will be reunited again soon. In this lovely packaging from Poundland, the snowman and the snow dog, we will be reunited soon. I might just have to go to like the basic unicorn one throughout the rest of the year, but we will be reunited when two become one. And then I have been addicted to these. These are my new like steak McCoys at work. So normally every morning, as we all know, I would go to my snack man and I would probably get 2 pastries every morning and a bag of steak McCoys. You have seen these before, my lovelies. These are the Co-Fresh Mango Chutney Poppadom Curls. Oh my god, if you have not tried them, you need to. Pick them up from Asda or like the bargain shops, anything like that. But they are highly addictive. Now, you can eat the whole bag, which would probably be 400 calories. It says that this is for 4 servings. I have been good and portioned them out before. And then I've also had a really like craving day at work and just ate the whole pack for breakfast and lunch. So it's like, it's in moderation. I've got to take the good with the bad at the minute. But yes, absolutely love them. In Asda, they do a lot more different flavours. They do like orange packets. I think there's a yellow packet. But I like my green packet. I like my mango chutney poppadom style, alright? And then... oh! Right, don't laugh at me because Mama G laughs at me. Apparently these are for children, says the 26-year-old who loves them. They're innocent smoothies. There is one with strawberries kiwi and apples are green packaging, but I love this one. Mango, peach, apricot and apple with vitamin C, D, iron and fibre. Now, at the moment, you can get them in Tesco 4 for £2, and I think they're normally about like £3.80, so I have stocked up on them. I bought about 3 boxes of each, so my whole fridge at the moment looks like an innocent smoothie factory. But absolutely love this Mango Fandango Super Smoothie. It gives you all your nutrients, it gives you all the goodness, and I just love it. I don't care if it's for kids. I don't care if it's for kids. I absolutely love it, alright? And I'll tell you something else that I have been loving at the moment. Yogurt. Onken in particular, vanilla. This is the 0% fat. Sometimes I go for the regular, sometimes I go for the 0% fat. Depends what's on offer. Again, £1 at the moment down in Tesco. This I have been having with my frozen fruit, which at the moment I've only got some mango left. But as you will all know, for Christmas Brandon got me a portable blender, like smoothie machine. And I've been putting a bit of my mango in there, bit of milk, bit of ice, some yogurt. Absolutely love it, if I do say so myself. And it's great because we've got like some grapes in there, we've got some easy peelers left. If they're like a little bit dry and I think, nah, instead of getting the cream out or the Bailey's pouring cream, a little bit of Onken yogurt and you can't go wrong, can you? Absolutely love it. Now, these, oh my god, I've got itchy nose, sorry. Oh, that means a surprise. What's my surprise? These are in Tesco's. Again, I get quite distracted when I go there on my lunch and just end up coming away with everything and anything. These are normally, I think, £2, but again, at the minute, they're down to £1. And it's by the Deli Kitchen. I've actually gone through about 3 packets of these already. They are so, so delicious. And they are 4 Greek-style flatbreads. So I don't know if you can see, but they're kind of like the perforated wraps, and they say it's perfect for kebabs, which I haven't had a kebab yet with it, but I have had some Nando's chicken breast and salad in there, and then I roll it up where like I fold the bottom, so it's kind of like an open wrap in a way. But highly recommend that. I am having like brown wraps and brown pears, but I'm trying to get some different styles. So I've also got some sliced focaccia loaves in there and some sourdough rolls. Trying to like just jazz up a normal sandwich or a wrap, you know. Just trying to see what I can work with there. Yes, I am a child, okay. If you have seen my latest, was it Home Bargains or B&M? I picked up 4 Vimto jellies for £1. Nothing more to say except it's a Vimto jelly and I absolutely love it. Again, a great alternative for like a late night craving. I have also run out and need to stock up on my 10 cal jellies. Because as I say, sometimes when I fancy that like sweet craving, I can't really be having a slice of my Bailey's log with my Bailey's extra thick cream, because that's then going to be like extra calories and extra muffin top on top of me already muffin top. So yeah. Jellies are kind of like a lifesaver for me at the moment. And then there's a few bottles left of this in the house, so why not make the most of it and just a little treat once a week. I normally have a drink on a Friday night. Nothing excessive, please don't worry. I just maybe have like 2 or 3 bottles of these, because it can sometimes take 2 bottles just to fill a glass. But that is a good old Baby Sham. Absolutely love me Baby Sham, and yes, we are down to the last little 4-pack, but that will probably be gone in a couple of weeks. And then I think I've still got 4 snowballs left as well, which might partake in a snowball this Friday, who knows. And my last little foodie bit, which as I say, because I'm trying new breads and want to try and jazz up my sandwiches, I've been having a lot of like lettuce, cucumber, onion. I've been putting like pak choy in salads, which people are probably thinking, ew. But these, I will not pay full price for them. I will not pay £1.80, but they was down to £1 again if you had a club card. So I have kind of, how many packs have I got? I think I've got 5 packs in the fridge. Don't shout at me. But they're little Borsan portions. Now, if you know me, you know I absolutely love cheese, alright? Absolutely love it. But I can use half of one of the big Borsans and not blink an eye. These are great because they're in 16-gram portions. And I find actually, even though it looks absolutely tiny, it is the right amount for like a little roll or a salad. Because sometimes I just crumble it up and put it on my salad as well, you know. But it just goes to show that you don't need to have half a big block of cheese to satisfy your cheesy requests, okay? One of those is more than plenty, and as I say, it's just, I still want to enjoy and eat the food that I like, but it's just my portion size needs to be reined in a bit because it can be a little bit extreme, you know? So, yes, that is food and drink. And as I say, hopefully throughout the year, we'll get a little bit more. As it becomes warmer, you'll probably start seeing the blenders coming back out. You'll see the omelette makers make a reappearance because that is still my #1 kitchen purpose, best kitchen purchase, Shannon Lee, from B&M Weight Watchers, £12. If you don't have an omelette maker, you need one. They are a lifesaver. And anyway, I'm rabbiting on. We've got a few more little categories to get into, so get comfy, go and get a top up, whether it be a drink, alcoholic drink, snack, anything of your choice. And let's get back in for a few more monthly favourites, eh? Right. The next category, let's go homeware, shall we? So there's only a few bits for homeware. You have seen this before, my lovelies, but I have fallen back in love with, now the Christmas decks have gone, I need faux flowers, and I need faux flowers everywhere. This was from Primark, if I remember correctly, £5 or £6. So I am on the hunt every time I go to Primark now to have a look at their new faux plant selection, let's say. And I've also got like a few of my coloured roses out. When the Christmas decorations come down, and even now, I still feel that my room looks very, very empty. So I'm just trying to bring a little bit more life back into it, perhaps. And yeah, if I can do that with all of the faux flowers, then of course your girl's going to have it. Now, I am going to include this in my homeware, okay? This is a vital part of not only my morning routine now, but also my evening routine, basically my routine in general. And this, again, was a present from Brandon at Christmas. And it is my little octopus. Okay? And I'm not going to lie. He's pretty much like this 24/7 at the moment. You can turn him inside out. And then you get the lovely, smiley octopus. But especially after the day I've had today, my lovelies. I'm sorry, you're sticking on the grumpy side. As I say, I've been looking for one of these for ages, but I didn't want a regular one. I wanted one with glasses, and I found this on Amazon and I put it on my wish list, and I was like, Brandon, please, because he didn't win me one at Winter Wonderland, and I was so sad. So yes, but currently you're like this in your nerd guy. You will see in vlogs, everything like that. Look out for this fella, because I also hide him around my room. Like, it's kind of childish, I know it's like a hide and seek game, but he will never be in the same place. And when mum comes in and makes my bed in the morning, bless her, she'll like look for him and she'll be like, it's a bad day today. I just get that text on the way to work like, I found him, he's blue today. I'm like, yep, he's blue because he's sad. But I would highly recommend one of these. I mean, I know it is very kiddified, but hey, as I've said, I may be hitting the wrong side of my 20s this year. I've already hit the wrong side of my 20s, but hey ho, something just to like try and brighten up our day, eh? And then candles. 2 candles. These are ones that I'm still currently burning. I have gone through 2 Glade candy cane. I've gone through my spiced apple and currant. I have gone through, I think, my pumpkin one as well. But I'm trying to like branch into more spring scents. So the 2 that I'm currently burning at the moment, both Yankees. This first one is strawberry lemonade. Absolutely love it, divine. And then the second one is crisp apple and jasmine. Now this is such a nice Cannon. There we go. This is such a nice fresh scent. You know, sometimes you just want something. You can definitely smell the apple. You can't really smell the jasmine so much, but it is where it's apple. It's just that nice fresh, kind of like a bakery smell, but not, you know. And then the strawberry lemonade. Oh, I inhaled too much. I can smell where it's burnt now. But perfect like summer scent, you know. I am sad though, because this is part of the Sunday brunch collection and I don't think you can get it anymore. So the only thing that pains me about burning all my candles is the majority of them, especially the Yankees, the summer ones, are limited edition scents or that you can't get anymore. So it does make me very, very sad, but we're going to go with it. I've got to use them, haven't I? And on terms of like homeware, something that I am trying to get into, and that is my crystals. So I have, now let me remember the name, Howlite, I think this is called Howlite. I've got my Howlite egg, which I picked up from a crystal shop in Stratford-upon-Avon when I went to visit Brandon's sister and family. And she said to me, like, it's supposed to calm you. So every morning, because I always have it on my little unit up there, when I get up, before I go for my morning wee-wee, I get up and I just hold it for a few minutes. And I don't know if I'm doing it right, because sometimes I do feel like, oh yeah, sometimes I don't feel anything. So I need to read the book that I've got on crystals and learn about them a lot more and watch some more videos. But yes, I need to de-chill so much. I need, as I say, one of my resolutions was not to get so pent up. And I think I've noticed it, especially this month, through isolation and with work and that, like, I get very pent up, and I don't think it's good for my health. I've always had really low blood pressure, and lately I do think that my blood pressure like goes through the roof. I get excruciating head pains. I go very red, very flustered. I get palpitations sometimes. So I do feel like I need zen. I need to calm down. And then when I was also up there, we got a little bag of crystals. Now, I had no idea what they were. I just went by ones that I liked the look of. But when I read up on them, it was actually quite like meaning to me. So that is my little bunch of crystals. So I have a rose quartz one and a emerald, and these are actually both of my birthstones. So that was quite cool that I wanted those. As I say, I didn't really know the meanings of them. I just went with what I like the look of, and I thought I'd learn the meanings after. This was a little Howlite one. And then I've got, this is opal something. I can't remember the full name, but I loved it because it was just like this iridescent. Canon. There we go. And then this is something snowflake. And I loved it because I love winter. I love the snow. So I have 5 little crystals. And as I say, sometimes when I go past, because they buy the egg, I do kind of just give them a little... Again, I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. Please don't come for me in the comments. But any tips and wise words of wisdom will be much appreciated. But my egg. If you've seen Afterlife, there is a scene where he has a little plant. And he does something with this plant. And he's like, oh, I feel better now. If this was in my car, I think that this is what I would end up doing with it. So that's why it's not allowed in my car. It stays home in the confinements of the 4 walls, safe from anyone's harm, all right? So yes, I am still trying to get into my crystals, and so I hope that is something this year that I can delve a little bit more into. But for now, I'm just holding them and seeing what happens, all right? And then, what have we got random? Oh, random, my phone case, which is actually on charge at the moment, is just my baby blue Gemini one. So I have changed it off from the Christmas one, which pains me to take off the Christmas one. But I thought I'll just go back on with my Gemini because, as I say, trying to get back into crystals, my zodiac, everything like that. And I thought it's quite nice and simple, and I couldn't be bothered to find anything for like a new year, you know. So that is the phone case. And then we have, of course, anti-bags. Anti-bags are lifesavers. These are the 2 that I've been reaching for this month. We've got our Sherbet Lemon Carex and Sani 1. Now Sani 1, Canon. There we go. Sani 1, you can get this from Home Bargains. I think it's like 50 or 60p. And I've got the watermelon scent. We all know your girl loves a bit of watermelon, doesn't she? Watermelon obsessed. This has pretty much been a regular occurrence every morning because my area has been C to the O to the LD cold. The frost is not playing in the morning, let me tell you that. So, Poundland, good old Poundland de-icer. De-icer. The only thing I'm going to say though, their little turners are a bit temperamental. Out of the past, I think I've had like 5 or 6 bottles. Quite a few of them don't turn, and I end up just unscrewing it and just tipping it on my windscreen, you know, because the big cans of de-icer now are so expensive. So expensive. It's like £3 in Tesco. That is daylight robbery. That is absolute daylight robbery. So if you've got any like cheaper alternatives, or you know somewhere where you can pick it up for cheap, let me know, because at the minute I'm just raiding Poundland. But you have to get it when you see it, because there's not really a lot of stuff there, because when it goes, let me tell you that. Now, the last little bit of miscellaneous, let's just say, before we get on to probably my two favourite categories, to be perfectly honest. New Year organisation. Woo! So, of course, I have to include my diary and pens. So, this is my Matilda Myers diary. And as I say, I've shown you this before. It is the same as last year. I just went for the gold theme. Gold, grey and rose gold Shan. I go through this and discuss it a bit more in my 2022 goals. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you do. But as I say, I literally, it's never a quiet day for me, my lovelies. You can see there, if I'm not working, I'm always doing something. And then pen-wise, you all know that Brandon got me a Parker pen for Christmas. But I like it because I can keep all three of my pens in here. Yes, I need 3 pens when I do my diary. So, this is the Parker pen that Brandon got me, and this is blue ink. Now, in my diary, blue ink is everything to do with YouTube and Instagram. Then I have this little snazzy pen that Mama G got me, and this is black ink. So black ink is daily life, everything like that. And then I have my good old-fashioned little Bic pen, and this is for, well, I have the red when I haven't done something, and the green when I have done something. So I love this because I can literally keep them all in the box with my diary, and I'm good to go. And it's all just handy. And as I say, I do like to do my diary. I don't do it every night, I do it every other night. But I always, when I do it every other night, I plan for like a couple of days in advance. So yeah, I do like to be organised. Hopefully I can stick to it, who knows. But my lovelies, let's get in with the 2 best categories. If you know what they are, you're going to be excited. So, skincare. And I've actually got 2 returning favourites, basically. They're classics. My skin has been a bit temperamental this month, I'm not going to lie. When I was in isolation and I had the virus, my skin flared up. The colouring, like I was blotchy red. I was getting spots under my eyebrows, which you also have seen in the isolation vlog, which was the one up just before this. I had like little pimples under my eyebrows, and they were so sore because I was right on the corner. My skin just wasn't doing great, and I think it was because of the virus. Like, my body was trying to get the shizzle out, and my skin was like, girl, you're not having clear skin at the moment. So I detoured back to 2 classics that I know never found me, and they are from the Body Shop Tea Tree range. So I was using the Skin Clearing Facial Wash and the Skin Clearing Foaming Cleanser. These, if you have never tried anything from the Body Shop Tea Tree range, highly recommend. If you have allergies, anything like that, speak to like one of the consultants first, but I've never had any problems. If you are a bit more sensitive, they do like an aloe range and a chamomile range, which might be a little bit better for you, but tea tree I absolutely love. Tea tree, my skin craves when it's getting like breakouts. They do a tea tree spot stick, and oh my god, knocks everything out of the park. You cannot fault it. I think it's like £6 or £7, but I would highly recommend it, honestly. So I haven't really done much with skincare. I've just tried to stick with the 2 things that I know work for me and just kind of let it settle. As I speak now, how does my skin look? Little bit blotchy. We've got a bit of pigmentation here still, but it's a lot better than it was when I was in isolation. And also, I don't know if it was the virus, but my lips got so dry and cracked. I'm slathered in lip balm at the moment. That, of course, I brought out a good old classic lip scrub, and this one is the Watermelon Sugar, because we all know your girl loves watermelon. And I say this is from Lush. Every single occasion, I always get them. There may or may not be a Lush haul in February coming for potentially Valentine's Day. And is there a lip scrub in there? More than likely. More than likely, my lovely. So as I say, it's just kind of been about detoxing my skin a bit this month, like taking it back to basics, because I did get quite a lot of new skincare for Christmas, and I did try them all out, and I don't know if my skin was just a bit like, whoa, like you need to heal, you're ill at the moment, even though you feel fine, your body's not. Just take it back to basics and let it go. So that is what I done, and I left it there. Perfumes. 2 Christmas perfumes, and so far from different ends of the spectrum. So this is a returning classic. Oh my god, this you can't beat it. It's the classic handbag perfume, but we've got it in the bigger size. This is the 75ml. Normally the handbag size I get is a 30ml, but absolutely love this. And this is the Ted Baker one, my lovely. I think actually this wasn't a Christmas one. I think this is one that I picked up from Latest Deals and Amazon haul, which, stay tuned, because there may or may not be another one of them towards the end of the month. But this is just the perfect fresh, light, everyday scent. And as I say, if I'm going to work, this is what I'm smelling of majority of the time. And then when I'm going out and I want to feel a little bit bougie and a little bit adulty, Christmas present from Dada. This is Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle Intense. However, it may be intense, just look at that bottle, but it is sweeter than the original. So I was really taken back by that, because the original is quite heavy. So I thought within an intense, normally they are heavier and stronger, but it still has the same potency and the strongness. As I say, I had it on work the other day, and one of the men was like, I can literally still smell that, and we've been here like 8 hours now. It was getting to home time, but it is sweeter. So if you have smelt the Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle and thought, oh, a bit too strong, try the intense, because it's actually intense in a whole different scale. As I say, it's a lot more sweeter and like cassis and blackberries and blackcurrants and everything like that. But yeah, this is, I love that. That and the original is probably like my go-to at the moment for like adult perfumes. Oh, sorry, I just kicked you there, my lovelies. Had to stretch my legs out, started getting a bit of cramp, you know. And then the last few products, makeup. And as I say, because my skin has been a mare, to say the least, I haven't really been wearing much. So that's not to say that your girl doesn't need a little bit of help when she's around the house. If you see the isolation vlog, I don't think you ever see me with makeup in that vlog. I look terrible. When I was editing it back, I thought, oh my God. I mean, you've seen me bawling my eyes out, having a meltdown, au naturel. You've seen it all. But I think I looked really pale, and I think that was because I had the temperature. But even after that, like the hair needed a good wash. I was just like a sweaty mess, to be perfectly honest. But now I've had to return back to work, and as I say, I'm not wasting makeup for work. I'm just like, pfft. But it doesn't mean that you don't need a little helping hand, okay? So, firstly, concealer, which I do not have on currently, but for those mornings when my alarm clock goes at 5 in the morning, as opposed to 6, and I'm in work for 6, I need that concealer all around my eyes, all around my bags. And it's also good, like, if I am extremely blotchy one morning, just a little dab of this. And this, I don't know, I was a little bit quick showing you there, wasn't I? It's the L'Oreal Paris Infallible. And as I say, because I am so pale, I get mine in shade 321, which is called Eggshell. Ain't that great? Because I'm as pale as anything. Mascara, I do try to have a little bit of mascara on. At the moment, I've got a nil pot. I've got no lashes, nothing on. As I say, I'm just letting my skin breathe at the moment. But I actually won this. I had an email from Boots a few months ago, and it was like, oh, enter your email to see if you'll be entered in the draw to try MAC's new extension mascara. And I won. So it is the MAC Magic Extension Mascara, but it's so good. I love the wand on it. It's just the right amount of like, oh, sorry for my wrinkly hands, my lovelies. It's just the right amount of like bristles, and it's not clumpy. It really actually does, like, I have non-existent lashes because I used to pull them out and I ruined them with strip lashes, everything like that. But it does do wonders. The bottoms, oh my God, I look like spider's legs, because my bottom lashes I actually really like. It's just the top. They're lacking a little bit, I'm afraid. And then lip products. It's all NYX. It's all NYX, my lovelies. But had a little bit of a change up. So if, obviously, as I say, I normally have lip balm, everything on. I have just been going for like a plain gloss at the moment. These are the NYX little lip glosses, shiny lip gloss in Gloss Brilliant. So that's just my clear one. If I fancy a bit of colouring, I have got this one, which is Sugar Pie, which is kind of like my pinky nude. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it as well. And then if I want like a nice little pink moment, I have this one, which is in the shade Nude Pink. So these are when I want like a nice glossy lip, you know. However, I found a way of creating like a nice matte natural lip, which sometimes I go over with the clear gloss, just using liners. So it's the two NYX liners. We've got Sandstorm and Beige. Now, you see that? So this is kind of the metallic rose gold pinky version, and this is the brown. I love literally just colouring in my lips with this. And then, as I say, if I do want a little bit of a shine, putting my gloss on. But I have kind of come away from my liquid suedes and velvet teddy this month, as I say, because I just wanted to try and go for a natural look. And sometimes when you are natural look, having like a bright or a thick matte lipstick is not really the one. So that's why I've swayed more with like glosses and experimenting with like lip liners and that, and just trying to combine and find a new little thing that works for me for when I want those no makeup days, let's just say. And would you look at that, the girl is done. Shannon Lee, stop rabbiting and let's get into the outro, shall we? So my lovelies, that is our monthly favourites of January 2022 done. And apologies, the baby hair, she has been sticking up all this time, hasn't she? So, what was your favourite? What have you been experimenting with in the new year? I would love to know. I do think, what shall I say my top three are? My book, absolutely love my book. My Crosley unit. And my perfume. I do absolutely love this. That will probably be like a returning monthly favourite. I'm not going to lie. Between that and the Intense, I think I'll alternate. But as I say, it's the start of a new year and we're almost at the end of the first month. The time is going by so quick. It's scary. What is happening? What is happening, eh, my lovelies? But as I say, if you did enjoy the video, guys, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment. What was your favourite bit out of this? Have you started reading a new book or any new snacks you think I'd like? What has been your go-to binge, whether it be Netflix, Prime, Disney, BBC iPlayer? Do let me know, as I say, because I'm always on the hunt for some new bits. Have you seen Drop Dead Fred? Or was I the only one probably in the world who hasn't seen it? But yes, I'm going to stop rabbiting because this video, looking at the time, is long. These monthly favourites are always long because it's basically just me sitting here having a chit chat and showing you what I've been enjoying, ain't it? But as I say, take care as always, guys. Stay safe and I'll see you in the next one, which, what's our next video? It's the last weekend in January. So you've got a back-to-back weekend upload, but your next one is your sit down with Shan. And that is it's a one to kick off the new year, let me tell you that. Bye, guys.